Here, Mr. Green's blog at power.com. We're proudly following the progress of the Alpha Centauri team and their number 85 car, Aletch, featuring Powie Gan in the DC-DC converter. The team has just checked in to the first checkpoint here in Katherine, so there's a lot of commotion here, a lot of excitement, a lot of pushing of buttons to start the timer for their 30-minute checkpoint break where they have an opportunity to charge the car. You can see the car there. The conditions today, as you can tell, are hot, steaming hot, and a little bit more hot, and a lot of just really brutal conditions on the road for the cars. A real test of the reliability, a real test of the robustness. We saw about 5 cars very early on suffer essentially early life fails, pulled off to the side of the road. Everybody seemed to be okay, which is, I think, the important part, but those cars at least are going to have some setback here. As we progressed our way up the road is actually fairly open. It's a 2-lane road. It is paved for the folks that don't know, so it's not too bad of a climb and a trek. It was great progressing through. There's just a long convoy, as you can imagine, coming out of Darwin. And Linda, if you pan over to the left, you can see a family there. So there's a lot of families along the path here so far, just enjoying the sights and giving their well wishes to all the challengers that are making their way down the course. There's a huge support from the community, which is really exciting. Going back to the conditions, just the road conditions, they have something, we call it a dust devil back in the Midwest. Here I believe they call it a willy willy here in Australia. And it was, I think we encountered one of those. I've seen it blow cars off the road in previous races from 2019. So we ran into one of those that literally felt like we lost our back tire and the whole van was about to pull off the road. It was really, and it was invisible. You really don't even see it. It's just a wind out of nowhere. So it was really incredible. But we made it through. I don't think anybody else has had any problem. I was talking to the staff here. They've got folks that are covering health, etc. And no health emergencies so far. So everybody doing well. And oh yeah, we can take a step over here and talk to the team. They're about to run back out. Yeah, we've got the team running out right now. They're switching drivers. They're on a timer, so they have to wait for that 30-minute timer to expire. And then once that does, hopefully the car will be properly charged, and they'll have a new fresh driver to go in. I think I've mentioned before, but I'm going to mention again, with this heat, that canopy is going to be really warm. And so good to get some fresh air, but it's the shirt is soaked to take care of and maybe get some extra hydration. But no, it's going to be, once he's up to speed, he'll be able to open a vent and let in some fresh air, which will be ambient.
You were the first driver.
She's not Noah.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you guys think the first leg went?
I think it went very well.
Okay.
No major issues, no issues at all really. So we're very happy with how it's gone so far. Very pleased with our progress.
Okay. So we did follow you guys for a little bit. Looks like you guys were doing between 60 and 65 kilometers per hour.
Yes, our goal today was to go around 65 or 70 to be able to make the first control stop because timing is quite tight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Big part of the strategy then. Yeah, it was great. No, it was really fun because we crept through the convoy of all the cars, and it was great to see, one, you weren't on the side of the road, like unfortunately for a few teams, but also as we progressed on, we saw the team pulling away and then, really kind of leading the pack up there. So it's good. Really exciting here, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to wish them well as they get ready to load up the vehicle here at the Bridgestone World Solar Challenge 2023. Again, we're following the... Sorry? John Leo. Do you have a second?
Yeah, let's see. One quick second, yeah.
1 second. How's the car holding up?
Very good. Like, it's very stable and very reliable. We're all very happy that we made it here because that's really important to get this control point. So, let's see what.
Fantastic. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Giancarlo. That is John Leo.
Yeah, so that's definitely, I think, a big part of the strategy. You see the team, as they were mentioning, the 60 to 65 kilometers per hour is really the sweet spot for their strategy here today. This is a long race, or long challenge, I should say, not a race. And so a big part of it is making sure you're just maximizing the energy you do have, keeping your car reliable so that you can make it the full 3,000 kilometers.
What number was it that the Alpha Centauri car came in? Do you know?
I don't know without looking at the computer.
Would you mind checking for
I
us?
can do that.
We're live right now.
They've got a leaderboard over here on the side, just showing the time, the check-in times for everybody, so everybody can kind of see where they're at with respect to the rest of the teams.
So I can just give the green light of my own. Alpha Centauri have 2 minutes 37 to go.
Do you know what number car they came in? Were they the first, third?
No, that's too far down the list.
Okay.
They're
Thank you.
they're making their way up the pack. Really appreciate it.
Good.
And your
Not a
role
problem.
here today is what is
What?
your name and role today?
My name is Martin Pearson, and I'm the Competitor Relations Officer.
Wonderful. Really a pleasure. Thank you for taking some time with us. Really appreciate it. Pleasure to meet you. Here goes Alpha Centauri heading back out. That means Linda and I are going to have to play catch up once again and jump out in a hectic fashion to get all the gear ready at the next stop. The next stop should be Dunmurra, and we'll be playing catch up there for that next checkpoint. It's about 3 hours away in this heat. So.
I was going to say, one thing we can talk about real quick here is the entourage, the convoy. What makes up the convoy?
Well, the way I was defining it, the convoy is really, especially getting out of Darwin, it's quite packed, as you imagine. They stagger each of the teams as they're leaving the start by just a minute or two. And so early on, there's a lot of overtaking, a big part of the strategy. But the convoy is actually and consists of not only the Challenger cars, the cruiser cars, etc. They have the lead car, and then there's typically the solar car, and then behind that is a chase car with all the telemetry, etc. So each of the teams have those, and oftentimes they also have press following along, just like ourselves, keeping along with the team. So oftentimes, if you're going for a pass, you're passing 3, sometimes 4 vehicles on a 2-lane road. So it's a
We also have a support vehicle that carries the box that the car was shipped in.
That's true. That's true. We've seen, that we have seen that. We have seen that in a number of instances where we've actually passed the. Is that all of them? So there was a support car with the box. So hopefully none of the cars end up in the box.
Carries the camping gear and the.
Correct. That's
food and everything else.
That's true. Okay, so great point. So there is a fourth car, and that fourth car is the support trailer. They'll have the food, camping gear, chairs, provisions, emergency supplies, plenty of water, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, it's really quite the entourage for each of the teams here as we progress down the road. Well, yep. So this is Trevor Hiatt. Thanks again for following along at Mr. Green's blog at power.com. We're proudly following the Alpha Centauri team, car number 85, which is proudly featuring Powigan. You can follow us along at hashtag PowiganVan.
For those of you who are waiting for the live streams, it's all dependent on whether we get power for our Starlink and how quickly we get in before the car to do power for the Starlink, because it takes 15 to 20 minutes to get set up. So it's very much luck of the draw on whether or not we're going to be able to hit each live stream time, but we'll do the best we can to stick to it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for following along. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.